This is Racer X with a new video. Gonna show you a few things. This is gonna be a very short video, guys. And we got a lot of rain, man, going down. Let me get into the little package here. We'll put that aside. So this is our new front fender, 3D printed. Okay, and this is the finished product, not the prototype. What we did here is we made the front of the fender wider to give it that, what's called in motocross, the duck bill of the front of the fender. And for those of you who've been doing motocross for a long time, you know what duck bill is. For those of you who are new to this and you're just doing RC and you don't really race or run dirt bikes in full scale, duck bill was developed to keep the mud and debris and stuff from shooting up in your face as the tire, of course, rotates and so forth. And it gave it a real cool look. So here's our duck bill 3D printed front fender, like I said. And this is in orange. It might look a little bright to you, but it's actually a lighter orange to match the orange plastics on the Pro Moto. So there's kind of what it looks like. We'll get into, a little more detail. Turned out perfect. And we have those available. Once again, we are not doing eBay for our products right now because I would have to hire a crew or a few people to do shipping worldwide. And I just don't have the time. Like I said, if you live in California and you're near to the LA County area, you could come to the Valley Flyers flight field in Van Nuys and place an order or pick up parts, because we have things all day long on Saturday and Sunday only available to the public for their Pro Motos. If you come down, talk to us, ask for Racer X or Miguel or Scott, Enrique, we have stuff in our cars that we can sell you from my product line. And then the other guys have some of their own products too. And I have a crew of 5 3D printing guys, or actually 6, but I have 5 working right now because I don't have enough work for the 6th guy. Okay, and these guys are pro at what they do. This is what they do for aviation. Doesn't matter if it's for the military, movie industry, and so forth. These guys are phenomenal. And they have a lot of printers. These guys don't buy just one printer. Okay, these guys have like 4 printers each, if not 5 or more. To my understanding, my crew is also getting a few more printers per guy. So we do a lot of manufacturing, and not just for Losi Pro Moto stuff. A lot of aviation. Okay. So anyway, there's our front fender. Let me show you the bottom. We'll flip it around. So there you can see the bottom of it. Real nice and sweet. There are some lines in it. So if you get real close and try to, there is a little lines in it. The heavy duty decaling that you buy on the internet from the guys who make all the pro decaling will stick to this fender, no problem. If you use the Losi stock decals, they will stick to it, no problem. If you use wrapping vinyl or something like that, it will not stick as nice because of the type of material it is, and it will start coming up. And you cannot heat up the fender with a heat gun or a blow dryer to get it to stick more. Okay, because of the lines, number one, and number two, because of the material. Now, I'm going to do this one-handed just to show you how badass this fender is. It's not just a plastic fender, dude. Look at that. Okay, let me go even further. Okay, that's how gnarly our stuff is. Now watch. There's no creases, no nothing. Bang. Right back into perfect shape. Okay, and that's the whole fender. Back it, look at the back. Okay. So when you land on this fender, it will have flex. It will take a severe beating. It will not crack or break. If you do get it caught on a chain link fence or a bush tree and yank on the bike or something like that, it may put a little micro tear in it, but all you have to do is heat it up a little bit with a heat gun or a blow dryer, and then just push on it with your fingers, and then it re-welds itself back together. So really cool stuff. Can't give you the information on the material because all our materials and development and design that we all do is secretive. So there you go. So that's that. Let's put that aside. Let's get into some other stuff. Here we go. We have a bag of parts. We have heavy duty rollers that don't wear out very easy. They last a long time. We have, as you see here, the blue cone rollers. And this is for pro moto and dirt bike. So you can use them both ways and it makes the bike lean over further. And they take a severe beating. They don't crack, break, or any of that stuff. Once again, they're a little squishy and then a little hard. So there is some compound to it. And then, of course, you just seen the round roller. We have our brake protectors, and then we have our brake pads that we have made out of composite. Okay, and the brake pads, they last a long time. They don't wear down really quick, and they're cheap enough, man. You pay $5 for one pair. I mean, you can't beat that. And they work on every single brake caliper on the market. It doesn't matter who it is, Vitavon, GPM, four-wheel drive racing, Trill, they all fit. Okay, Losi, you name it. We also have I already showed you guys this before, we also have our stock rear fender protectors. Okay, then we have our new 3D printed rear fenders. This is for the Suzuki, and we have them in different colors. When you run something like this, if you get your hands on one of these from us or whatever, when you run this rear fender, you do not put a plastic fender protector on this. You just run it like it is. Put a little shoe goo up underneath the fender on the bottom side, just to give it a little extra reinforcement and a little bit of slide across the ground. But they don't wear down very easy. They don't break real easy. And those are $10. You can't beat that. Okay, and they fit perfectly. In our development, everything fits perfectly. We also have our front disc brake protectors, if you can see that. And there's a black one. Here's a blue and white one. We have our knee pad protectors. So there's a lot of stuff in this little goodie bag, kind of like Felix the cat. Reach into your bag of tricks. We have our mohawks. Here's a black one. Okay, with these mohawks, you separate all the pieces, and you heat it up, pinch it together, and you have a bitchin' mohawk to put on your helmet. And you use double stick tape on the bottom side, if you can see it, to mount it to your helmet. You don't glue it. I strongly suggest if you get one of these that you don't glue it. So this way, when it falls apart or whatever, you just pull it right off, put a new one on, and those are $10. We also have our Dragon Mohawk. And I think that'll do it for this bag. I mean, we got a lot. Okay, my guys are developing every day, all day long. And the cool thing is with my guys, when they're at their everyday job, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 4 days, 5 days a week. Excuse me, guys. These guys can print and design anything in any location without even having to be at the drafting table or anywhere near the printer. They could be miles and miles away, and they're all set up with bitchin' cameras and really cool stuff. I mean, they can develop not even being at home, just off their cell phone, their tablet or laptop, in any location, straight off satellite. And they start printing immediately. Somebody's got an idea and they got the development in their computer for the drafting. They just draft it all right there. Once everything's okayed, hit the button. By the time they get home from wherever they're at, whether they're flying or racing or whatever, the product has already been done in multiples, not just one, quite a few at a time. I believe my boy Scott said 8 at a time on his printers, and same thing with Miguel, 8 at a time. Most of my guys, they do multiple printing, and they do really cool stuff. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. Actually, it turned out to be 9 minutes. Sorry about that. But there's some of our some more of our development. We are going to try to come out with a whole plastic set for the bike at some point. We just have other things that we're working on for the Pro Moto. So anyway, stay tuned. Racer X, peace out and be safe. Enjoy the winter because we got spring coming and a lot of fun coming, especially with these bikes. All right, take care.